after that, after one hectic match that had, we literally, I cannot get over the fact that fire was literally used in the face of a certain wrestler in our last match by Jester. But we're going into another match which is probably going to be as violent, which is due to the superstars that are in this match. Not even superstars, the wrestlers that are in this match. And as we can see, Mock making his way down to the ring, ready for a fight with his metal elbow pads, metal knee pads. This is a fatal four-way match between Mock, Ilja Dragunov, I haven't forgotten, I just need to remember the order. I could have just said it out of order, couldn't I? But Mock, Ricochet, Bryan, Danielson making his debut tonight, and Ilja Dragunov. That was the order that I was trying to say it in, and I messed that up. Apologies. But Mock trying to get his wins in order after COEW Wrestling Empire Rise Empire Revival. And surprisingly here, like, Mock and Burn have not tagged since losing the belts. I don't know if there's an amicable split between them. I don't know what's going on. None of them have really talked about their tag teams after being in a team for a while. So this is pretty interesting. But Mock wanting to get a singles win by himself, as well as Ricochet. Ricochet in the same boat with the Aerial Assassins. With Will Ospreay and Ricochet being in a team, and yet not really been in tag matches since. Maybe because they won't get a tag title shot until DIY are dethroned. But it's still interesting to think about, you know what I mean? And Ricochet, out of this world, he is readying for a fight, readying to not grab the brass ring, I would say, because he's already got that, but put on a show that people will remember. Wanting to win singles gold in COEW Wrestling as well. Yeah, Ricochet now in the ring. We're going to have our next contestant who's coming out next. I think I know who it is by just the lights themselves. It is the American Dragon.
210 pounds, Bryan Danielson.
It's time to fuck things up Dragon style. A little crawl down to the ring. Bryan Danielson, being one of the best wrestlers in the world, has never been in COEW Wrestling before. And that is a crime, if you really think about it. The best technical wrestler in the world. And he has not really appeared in COEW Wrestling in front of these fans. And fought against the best wrestlers as well. Well, that is criminal. So Bryan debuting here tonight in this match. Like, if he gets a win, that's going to be a great start-off point in this. And he's got everybody beating the technical strength. Like, I do not know who can even out-wrestle him, apart from maybe Zack Sabre Jr., who, again, is not in this match. I don't even think Zack Sabre Jr. has been in COEW Wrestling. I could be wrong, though. But I don't think he has ever been in there. Bryan Danielson waiting for Ilja Dragunov to come out. The explosiveness of this man. This man raging from the fact that he lost so quickly to Damian Priest last week. It's probably the entrances took longer than his match. Like, let's be real. And Ilja Dragunov wanting to prove that you can win, that you can fight against all of these people. Gonna let him announce real quick. But, like, Ilja Dragunov wants to prove that he can still hang with the best. He had that killer match in COEW Wrestling Empire Revival, and he didn't want that match to be a fluke, as some people say. So now he's in another fatal four-way match. He's against arguably the best wrestlers and he wants to prove that he can hang with all of them. And the crowd being on side with him, the symphony of the crowd cheers, guiding on Ilja Dragunov right now. The Mad Dragon is ready for a fight as he is pointing down to the hard camera. Here's the thing. Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon versus the Mad Dragon and Ilja Dragunov. That matchup, honestly, kind of slaps. Not gonna lie. Bryan with his hair tied up. Ilja in the corner, readying himself. Mock staring down the Mad Dragon, and Ricochet getting loosed. And immediately Bryan Danielson going for an armbar on Mock. Immediately going in for the submission skills. Mock probably has the striking advantage due to having literal metal knee pads and metal elbow pads. Ilja Dragunov, more of the wild card again. I could see being explosive and being able to like outstand people's damage. Bryan, technical, Ricochet, speed. That's how it works in this match. That's the dynamics of all of these people's strengths. Bryan being thrown into Ilja Dragunov there. Looking in for a suplex on Bryan Danielson before driving him down into the mat. A quick punch to the back of the head of Dragunov. Going around and immediately going into the submission attempt. I would not recommend that in this match. You would probably want to get a pinfall. Springboard moonsault though by Ricochet taking down Ilja Dragunov. And then a quick elbow strike in the corner. Taking down European uppercut there. Just a running European uppercut exploding into Ilja Dragunov. Now going to the outside. A baseball bat straight to the gut. I didn't even realize that they took the bat. Bryan Danielson dishing out punishment to Ilja Dragunov, the person who can probably take a lot of the pain. Ilja Dragunov famously fought against Tony D'Angelo after breaking a hand. So that is something that he can do. He can wrestle through the pain and still get the job done. And for a double underhook suplex straight into the canvas, going in for the cover. These refs got CTE somehow because like these refs keep getting knocked out whenever the pinfalls are happening. A quick Uranagi into like a roll through pin attempt, but Bryan Danielson quickly getting out of it. Do drop kick straight to the back of Bryan Danielson though, taking him down to the ground for size. Snap suplex on the bat handle. That is rough with a capital R. And now Ilja Dragunov going for a kendo stick on the outside, smacking it into the spine. Looking for a little bit of a stand shooting star, but that failed. And Bryan again going after it, technically trying to take apart limb by limb Ricochet, trying to make sure that he stays grounded. Whilst Ricochet is going hyperspeed. Now you gotta be. Jesus Christ! Bryan just got dropped on his neck. Bryan, having a history of neck issues, has histories of concussions. Any target into the neck is a weak spot for the American Dragon. Like if you can target the neck, it is game over. Now looking to wrench on the arm, trying to go after that surgically repaired arm of Bryan Danielson. That has happened before. Immediately being put on the top rope. Dragunov's just fighting against Mock on the outside there while I'm looking in the ring to figure out what's going on. I think there's going to be a Spanish fly happening. Dead center in the ring. Taking down Bryan Danielson. Meanwhile, Ilja Dragunov is just hammering those strikes into the side of Mock. And immediately a bat being thrown at Ilja Dragunov to knock him into the corner before Ricochet looking for his own set of strikes. Before the knee plus slash. The Psycho knee being hit against Ricochet. Going in for a cover there, but Ricochet kicking out at 2. You need to do way more than that to take down the person who is out of this world. Torpedo Moscow immediately to Bryan Danielson, but everybody's in the ring, so that is getting broken up immediately. I just realized that Bryan and Ilja literally have launching moves where if Ilja tries to go for Torpedo Moscow, the Psycho Knee straight in midair intercepts it. That could be how it works. And quick candlestick shot to the head. Now to the liver right there, Bryan Danielson. Bryan getting up, trying to get out of it. Ilja Dragunov not having it, accidentally landing over the ropes. Bryan now trying to stretch Ilja Dragunov with his boot to the face. Candlestick shot straight to the head of Ricochet. Black candlestick being bent out of shape from that. Going in for a cover. 1, 2, and kick out at 2 one more time. Mock going around back. Quick stuff elbow straight to the spinal column. Quick boot to the head of Ilja Dragunov, and then quickly a powerbomb down. Torpedo Moscow busting open Bryan's forehead. 1. So Bryan immediately bleeding. We could see as soon as when that connected, it busted him open. Bryan being bleeding on the outside right now, definitely wounded. With 2 Torpedo Moscows. Poison Rana from Ricochet trying to get that win, but that didn't really work. Bryan now trying to hit a set of his own kicks here. Hammerlock suplex right there. Now immediately with another kick to the chest of Mock, making him drop his weapon, but Mock quickly bringing the Dragon into the corner with his bloody head. Already 2 matches in and we already got blood in 2 of them, and scraping the gash on his forehead with the metal elbow pad. That is not going to help Bryan not be more busted open. In fact, that's going to make the cut worse. And now going in for a quick backbreaker combination. Trying to break the spine of Bryan Danielson. I think the elbow scrapes, you can see that the eyebrow may be a bit busted open as well. Could have been from the forehead, could be another cut from like the elbow pad being scraped onto it. Looking Ricochet on the outside with a driver there. Fisherman driver, and by the looks of it, going in for the bell lock on Mock real quick, and nobody's really coming in to break it up apart from Ricochet, but Bryan lets go before Ricochet can even break it up. Quick headbutt, probably not the smartest idea to do when you're literally bleeding from the forehead, but a kick out too nevertheless. Bryan trying to hype himself up. Ilja Dragunov just waiting for Ricochet to come by. Ricochet missed. Backdrop driver from Bryan Danielson. Ilja Dragunov taking the opportunity, getting Bryan on his shoulders, immediately dropping him headfirst onto the turnbuckle again, not letting that blood flow stop, making sure that he is literally pissing buckets of blood out of his head. Bryan going to the outside. Bryan maybe looking for a weapon. Mock looking for a powerbomb combination, landing it square first on the head. Another candlestick being used to the liver of Ricochet one more time. And again, Bryan Danielson being used as a weapon, launched into the ropes, across the throat. 1, 2, and a kick out to Bryan, still managing to wrestle despite the massive gash on his head. Ricochet going after Mock. The bold people are fighting against each other. Ricochet looking for a 630 off the top rope, landing it on Mock. This could be it. 1, 2, 3. And Ricochet picking up a win here tonight. After using that 630, Ilja Dragunov just barely getting in the ring to try to break it up, as well as Bryan Danielson. But Ricochet getting the victory here tonight in his singles match. Congratulations to Ricochet. We're going to need a doctor to come down to patch up Bryan Danielson though, because I feel like he might need some stitches from the cut that he has on his head.